Hi everyone, welcome to day 14 of online instruction. Hope you all are hanging in there. So we are starting a new unit in Math Lab and in your regular math class about percents. And we're going to start today with how to convert fractions, percents, and decimals to one another. So let's start with percent to decimal. To go from a percent to a decimal, we're going to use the example 65%. We're going to take that decimal, look at the number 65, the decimal's at the very end. We're going to move the decimal to the left twice. So 65% is 0.65 as a decimal. So all you have to do for that is move to the left 2 times. To go from a percent to a fraction, you have to remember percents mean per 100. So I just used 62. Let's use something else. So let's say you have 40%. Percent means per 100, so we have 40 out of 100. Now what we want to do is reduce that top and bottom. We can divide them both by 20, and that gets us 2/5. So 40% is really 2/5. So we're going to move on to decimals. Start with decimals to fractions. Say you're given something like 0.75 and you want to convert that to a fraction. You need to look where that last decimal lives. So that last digit is in the hundredths place. So we would say 75 hundredths or 75 over 100. Because that 5 is in the hundredths place, we're going to count this as 75 hundredths. Then again, you want to reduce that fraction. So we could divide the top and bottom by 25. And that gets us 3/4. Let's move on down to decimal to percent. So say you're given something like 0.72. Same thing we did up here. We're going to but the opposite. We're going backwards now. So instead of moving to the left twice, we're going to move to the right twice. So that 0.72 is 72%. And let's change this color. Let's do a nice green, pretty green. Let's go up here. To go from a fraction to a percent, what we're going to want to do is say you're given something like 4/25. You're going to want to get 100 in the denominator because remember, percent means per 100. So figure out 25 times what is 100? Gave that away, 4. Whatever we do to the bottom, we do to the top. So 4 times 4 is 16. So we get 16 over 100. This is 16 per 100, or 16%. We're doing great, guys. One more. Fraction to decimal. To go from a fraction to a decimal, the easiest thing you can do is just divide. So say you're given 2/5. T-bow, top number in, bottom number out. So 2 in the house, 5 on the outside. So what we're going to want to do is see 5 goes into 2. How many times? 0. Add a 0, add a decimal, bring it up. 5 goes into 24 times. 4 times 5 is 20. Subtract and we get 0. So 2/5 is 0.4. All right, guys, that was our tutorial for today. Follow along on your worksheet, and I will see you soon. Enjoy.